Thank you so much for the three of you for being here today. How are we all doing?
Good.
So good. So good. So happy to be here.
We are so excited for Seussical the Musical to arrive. Kylie, how has the rehearsal process been going so far?
It has been pretty fun, like seeing everyone's character kind of come out as time has gone over. I know I've done this show before. I think everyone else has done this show before.
Yeah.
But still seeing like the new side of the characters come out is really fun to see the journey.
Are you playing the same character as you did previously?
I am, yes.
Okay. Lauren, so you've also been a part of the show before.
Yes. I've played Gertrude McFuzz in a past production.
And Andrea, how about you?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I was a bird girl once. I was Miss Mayor once.
Yes.
So you've done it quite a few times.
A little bit. I love the show.
So for all three of you, and I'll start with you, Andrea, it's just kind of what drew you back to the show? What made you decide that I have to do Seussical the Musical again?
It's just so much fun, and I just love the characters. And each time you do it, it's just a different experience of who you get to be and what that's like. And it's just the best.
Lauren, how about for you? What drew you back to this show?
Seussical, even though in the theater community, it's one of those shows that everyone likes to make fun of. I personally have loved Seussical forever. I think it's so heartwarming. It's so perfect for the whole family to come see, perfect for all ages. There's comedy in there for younger children all the way up to adults. It's just one of those shows that leaves you smiling at the end.
And Kylie, what drew you back to it?
I love the characters. I love Horton Hears a Who. And I feel like that's one of the biggest storylines. And so I will always. Seussical, I'm there. Anytime. Anytime, anywhere, I'm there.
So it's funny because I actually hung out with Kylie the day that this show was announced, and she was going insane at how excited she was for Seussical.
Yeah.
I was. I really was.
But Lauren, you mentioned that this is kind of like, you, for lack of better terms, kind of like a laughingstock of the theater scene, but also it's coming back to Broadway apparently. So like clearly there's something that's drawing people to this.
I've heard people say what they say, but this show, how can you not love it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that, like Andrea, what you said too, this is kind of the family friendly show. This is something that like the whole family can get involved with outside or inside, acting or as the audience. And so that has to be really appealing to families.
Yeah, all ages, right? Like you can appreciate if you're young and you're super into Dr. Seuss books. You can appreciate if you're older and you've read them to a million children before. The show is so great. The characters have so much heart. The songs are so darn catchy and they stick in your head and stay there forever.
So we'll be singing these forever. That's what you're saying.
Basically, yes. You're going to have one in your head for sure when you leave.
Perfect. I love that. So Lauren, kind of what is the story of Seussical the Musical?
There's so many stories. I think the main premise follows Horton the elephant, who somehow hears some voices coming from a speck of dust that end up on a clover. And Horton the elephant, unfortunately, no one believes him that those people are there except for trusty old Gertrude McFuzz. Meanwhile, the jungle of Newell characters are all kind of against Horton, kind of making fun of him, treating him as if he doesn't know what he's talking about. Meanwhile, the Whos are fighting for their life, trying to survive, begging Horton for help. All the while, we have our character Jojo, who comes from the Who world alongside Cat in the Hat. And we see their adventures take place as well throughout the story.
Kylie, what I love about this story so much is that it does weave every single narrative of Dr. Seuss into one show.
Yeah, literally everything.
And so who are you playing in the show, Kylie? And just what is kind of their motivation throughout Seussical the Musical?
So I'm playing Sour Kangaroo. I call her the mean girl of mean girls.
Okay.
She just wants everyone to follow her and follow what she thinks. She of course doesn't believe Horton. She's like kind of this like leader of like Horton's crazy, right? right? Everyone, he's crazy. So she's just a mean girl, and in my day-to-day life, I'm not a mean girl.
I was gonna say that's not like you at all.
I know. I was like, so playing a mean girl is like, it's fun because you just get to dip into this whole other like side of you, and it's fun.
And Andrea, who are you playing in this narrative, and what is their kind of motivation?
I'm playing Gertrude. Gertrude has the biggest heart ever, and she finds out that she's totally enamored with Horton and his big heart, and she just wants to be with him and be close to him and take care of him, and he kind of doesn't know she exists. So it's all about her trying to find her voice and stand out a little bit and be true to herself.
That's a huge story. Like that's like a very heartfelt,
Well,
personal journey for this character.
Yeah.
And you are actually playing, you said that you're kind of your character's in love with Horton, and your husband is Horton, correct?
My husband is Horton, so, I have to try really hard to love him, but, I make it work. Yeah.
I was going to say that makes it more natural.
Yeah. But we've never been opposite each other in this, so that's really nice.
Has there been any challenges with that, like balancing that?
No, just making sure, that we're focused on getting our own characters developed and doing what we need to do. And then our boys are in this too. So we have to, make sure they're on top of their stuff. And right now I'm knee deep in costumes and who goes where and what's worn to who. And if they know what they're doing and if they know what they're wearing and needing. So a little stressed about that, but they'll be fine. They're pros.
And once this opens next weekend, it's going to be perfect. And nobody's going to even be worried about all the stress that it caused,
Exactly.
And Lauren, who are you playing in Seussical the Musical, and what is their motivation?
Oh, I am the diva, Mayzie La Bird. Her motivation, just anything about herself. She wants to focus on her. She wants all the love and adoration from everyone. I think she thinks she's helping Gertrude at one point. Is she, though? I don't know.
Gertrude thinks she is.
She sure does. I think they both kind of think they're helping in a certain way. Yeah, Mayzie is just all about herself. She is carefree. She wants to travel. She wants to experience life without any burden. And she is just the total diva.
Who doesn't love a diva, right?
Right?
So it sounds like you're all three playing such different ends of the spectrum here, of what your characters are comparatively to each other.
Right. Oh, big time.
So Kylie, what is it like to step into the world of Dr. Seuss? I can imagine it's very colorful and vibrant, but what is it for you?
It is very colorful and vibrant, but it also just, I don't even know the best word to describe it. Like, when you think you're a kid and you have this imaginary world and everything's perfect and beautiful and it's everything that you ever wanted, it kind of feels like that a little bit for me because I'm a mother. Everyone loves me. Everyone is doing exactly what I say when I say it. That's kind of the dream in a twisted way. You want everyone to love you. And so I think stepping into that, it's a complete twist from what reality is.
Perfect, absolutely.
But it's fun. And that's what makes it better, is that it's fun.
Andrea, what is that experience for you to step back into this childlike world of Dr. Seuss? Specifically, you're doing this with your family, so that has to add another layer to that.
It's so fun and it's so sweet. And you can find the joy so easily with so many things. Sometimes life is not like that. It's nice to just escape into this place where there's so many messages and so many good things going on. And you're like, oh gosh, I should totally apply that to my certain situation right now. Or, hey, that's a good lesson I got to remind my kid about, or, it's just so meaningful to so many people for so many reasons.
And Lauren, how about for you?
I feel the same way. I think that the songs kind of speak for themselves. One of the songs is called Anything's Possible. And when you really listen to those lyrics and apply that to your life, I mean, the world is your stage. I'm lucky enough that one of the children that I nanny is joining us in this show as well as one of the Who's. And listening to her enjoy this music and sing this music, I really hope that it inspires her, because when I did this back when I was a teenager, those lyrics do speak true volume, and I think create so much joy and happiness even throughout Horton's suffering. I think there is still positivity throughout.
Speaking of the songs, Lauren, is there a song that you enjoy? Like, what's your favorite song to perform from this show? Do you have a favorite?
I think right now it's Amazing Mayzie. That one is just so fun. The Bird girls we have are phenomenal. They are just killing it with the harmonies. Their costumes are incredible. We have our wonderful Gertrude McFuzz here, who I just love getting to play off of. It is such a joy to do that and just have fun and be silly and be the mean girl and be the diva. It is so exciting and fun to do.
Andrea, how about for you? Is there a favorite song to perform, or even just a favorite song from this production?
Favorite song to perform right now is maybe the one Feather Tail of Miss Gertrude McFuzz. I just have a lot of fun with that. Still figuring out what that's all about and what I want to do with that. It changes all the time, so I'm always adding and taking away. Solace Lou is a beautiful song. It's a little sadder song in the show, but oh my gosh, I sing that to myself all the time in the wings when they're performing it.
I've heard that song from, I think, both your husband and from Cora when I talked to them. They both, and maybe even Jerry too. I'm trying to remember. I think everyone brings up that song. It's kind of like an iconic song from Seussical.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Kylie, how about for you? A favorite song to perform or favorite song to listen to? Both, whichever you choose.
I love to perform Because Blame Fool.
Yes.
It is such a diva moment, and I love it. But I really love the Hunch song. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But it is such, like, it brings you on such a journey in like 3 minutes.
Yeah. There's
And
also some really cool
just like,
stage
it has
effects.
these like harsh moments, but it also has this like beautiful ending that makes me sob every time. So if you see me sobbing in the wings,
My
you know
job
what time it is.
I was gonna say it's not hard to make you sob though during a show. I've seen a few shows with you, and you do
I
cry
know.
pretty easily. So
I know. I just love it. I love the people. I love doing it. I love being on stage.
So I kind of want to turn to like, how do you get into characters? So Kylie, how do you find your character's mindsets when you're getting up there to either, just you're ready to do your scenes, you're ready to sing your song? How do you slip into that mindset?
So she has a walk, and her
Okay.
hands are always here. Don't know
Oh,
why,
okay.
but
She's
they're always
kangaroo.
here. They're always up. And so I kind of like assume the position. And then I think of something that makes me like really mad,
Okay.
just to get that like smize going.
Sure. Makes sense.
And then I turn it on. I'm like, oh, I'm mean now. I'm upset. I'm mean.
I like that though. That makes sense. I mean, the kangaroo, but it's also kind of the Legally Blonde Ben and Snap moment, so
Yeah.
we can appreciate that.
We're just doing multiple shows at once. Don't worry about it.
We're vibing. Lauren, how do you kind of get into the mindset of your character? Like, do you have anything specific that you do?
Mine is all costume based. Once I put those wings on, that tail on, do the hair, the makeup, the feathers, then it's really easy to turn Mayzie on. But I'd say between that and just really getting into the story of the show, it's easy to turn on that character. And she's fun. It's just a great time to have fun. Like you're out at a party and dancing around. That's how I feel Maisie's energy is.
I mean, that's so addictive and intoxicating for an audience, I'm sure, to just see you having that much fun in the role, and then we get to have that much fun in return.
I hope so.
Andrea, how about for you? Is there anything that you do specifically to get into your mindset?
Play. I play all the time. even when I know I'm obnoxious, even though I know I look ridiculous, I'm always looking for something, a different way to do it, different way to tweak it, a prop I could use, something with my costume I can use. If I'm listening to a line, maybe it's delivered a little different. Maybe I'm going to deliver it a little different. So I change it up a lot, especially during Tech Week. Like, I feel like I'll find a lot of her during Tech Week. You know, I'll find some gems that I haven't even tried yet and be like, okay, that's got to stick. I'm going to keep this. We're going to tweak that. So it's just playing up until the shows. And even during the shows, sometimes you find things in moments with an audience that you were like, oh, okay, yeah, that totally works. I hadn't even thought of that.
I mean, that has to be kind of exciting that like you can live shows, you can change it as you go. You can keep finding your character as the show is going on.
Yes, as long as I'm, within bounds, so I'm not throwing other people off. That's the trick.
Speaking of this role, Andrea, is there anything challenging is there anything that has challenged you about this role as a performer?
Just balancing the funny, loud, big-hearted, all over the place Gertrude with the quieter moments of Gertrude. Trying to make that all work and still read true.
That makes sense. Lauren, how about for you? Is there anything that has challenged you about this role as a performer?
Well, I don't like to be mean. I don't like to be mean to people. So having to be mean to Gertrude, Horton, every character involved, it's not always easy, but, with the lightheartedness of theater, it makes it easier. And it helps with our incredible director, Jerry, to put on that character as well as I can. It's also hard with Mayzie. She's not much of a dynamic character. She has no real changes in the show. She stays one certain way and does it the whole time. And that can sometimes be tricky.
Completely understandable. Kylie, how about for you? How's this challenged you?
Kind of leaning towards the same thing that Lauren said. Like, in my day-to-day life, I am not a mean girl. So finding that balance. But on the opposite side, I feel like she really does have a journey of being so mean at first. Everything's about her, and she kind of has this journey of like, well, maybe it isn't. Like, maybe we can help other people. Maybe that's okay. Also, I've done this show before. I've done this exact same role before. So trying not to just copy and paste.
Sure.
Exactly what I've already done. Trying to find a whole new level has been a little bit difficult, but it's also been a fun challenge.
I was going to say, that's probably a challenge for all three of you, of just approaching this in such a different way that you aren't just kind of, even if you're playing different characters, you're not just doing the same show that you did before. That has to be a challenge. Lauren, what kind of themes from Seussical the Musical maybe stand out to you or resonate with you most?
As I said before, one of the songs, It's Possible, that I think is the biggest theme of the show, is really just telling a story that anything really is possible, even when it seems like all odds are against you, even when it seems like nobody supports you, it can still be done. And especially, I think with theater kids especially know how hard theater can be, how competitive it can be, how challenging it can be. So to hear that it's possible to make your dreams become a reality, I really think that's one of the most beautiful messages that this show teaches.
Andrea, how about for you? What themes from this show really resonate the most with you?
Being true to yourself, giving your all, following your heart.
The thing I love about all these themes is that they're all so universal messages that kids need to hear, adults need to hear. Like, sometimes we need those reminders of like, be true to yourself and follow your heart and reach for your dreams and never stop. And that is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Don't let anyone stop you.
Kylie, is there any themes that stand out to you specifically?
There is so much that speaks to our world that's going on in present day. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. You are still loved. And we can all come together and be one and be this big, giant, loving group that helps one another, no matter if we're different. And I think that speaks so much about our current reality. And so if we can just spread a little bit of our Seussical joy That'd be great.
Speaking of that Seussical joy, Kylie, what are you hoping that audiences take away from this production of Seussical the Musical?
Just any of the messages that we've talked about, like be true to yourself, be happy, love one another immensely, literally anything, but also just like smile. I just want you to smile during this show.
And Andrea, how about for you? Is there anything specific you're hoping that audiences take away from this production?
Just all the great messages, the great songs that are going to be stuck in your head. I hope, maybe it inspires some people to get involved with theater. Even the littles, there's a lot of ways they can get involved too, or, just bringing some positivity to people and some heart, and maybe they can leave the show a little bit lighter that day and a little friendlier with other people.
Absolutely. And Lauren, how about for you? What do you want audiences to have from this production?
Of course, as the ladies have said, to take away the messages that we've discussed, but also to see how hard and how much work, effort, love that the cast and crew have put into this show. This group is one that does everything on their own. We're on our own productions, and it really involves so much teamwork and collaboration. And when you see the set and these costumes and these characters and the acting and singing, I really hope that the audience can see just how much love we put into this show, because it really is like a love letter.
I think that not a lot of people appreciate how much work community theater is. Like, we have real lives, we have jobs, we have families, and you guys are dedicating your time after work, after school, on days that you're feeling, tired, and you're still pushing yourself through to get the show so that everybody can experience Seussical, but also just theater in general. And that's a lot of energy and effort that you're putting into it.
Absolutely. I think community theater is so, so, so important. Everyone dreams of Broadway, but just to come together as a community with people that become lifelong friends, especially in Oops, we all feel like a family. Everyone is family there. And that's something you just can't get anywhere else. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful.
Well, we cannot wait to see it. Thank you, all three of you, for being here today. We are so excited to see Seussical when it arrives. So thank you for talking with us.
Yay. Thank you so much for having us. This was incredible.
Yeah.
So on our own production, Seussical the Musical arrives at the Fraser Performing Arts Center June 20th and runs through the 28th. So get your tickets now, and we will see you there.
Yay. See you there.